The economy of Singapore has previously been regarded as the most open in the world. Singapore has one of the lowest tax rates in the world and the second highest per capita GDP in terms of purchasing power parity. But things were different when it gained independence from Malaysia in 1965. Singapore had a small domestic market, a high unemployment rate, and a high level of poverty. A third of Singaporeans lived in slums on the outskirts of the city, and 70% its dwellings were horribly overcrowded. When Lee Kuan Yew was elected, he oversaw significant economic reforms to the country's structural change, and machinery propelled the economy during his tenure. You can only imagine how difficult a time it was for Singapore, where unemployment averaged 14 and GDP per capita was 516. Singapore was a tiny, heavily populated country with few natural resources and limited room to expand. On August 1, 1961, Lee realized that Singapore's greatest asset was its human capital and its capacity to produce highly educated individuals capable of competing in international trade and industry. The Singapore government established the Economic Development Board to lead an investment drive and promote Singapore as a desirable location for foreign investment. The first few years of Lee's administration were successful, with real GDP growing 12.7% annually from 1965 to 1973 as a result of his spending decisions to repair and improve infrastructure. Singapore's economy is frequently described as a miracle because of the nation's quick transition from a developing to a developed one. One of the main elements influencing Singapore's economic success is the country's ability to become a high-income economy in a very short period of time under the leadership of Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew and his cabinet. Miracle's strategic location made it a great center for cross-border trade and business. The main exports of the nation are electronics, chemicals, and services. Water is considered a precious resource for small and medium-sized businesses in Singapore because it is limited there, and a significant portion of Singapore's water imports come from Malaysia. Due to its limited arable land, Singapore is primarily dependent on agrotechnology parks for agricultural output. Businesses are the foundation of Singapore's economy, contributing 43% of its GDP. In order to achieve food security, maintain its international standing, and advance its economic prosperity in the 21st century, Singapore has taken steps to promote innovation, encourage entrepreneurship, and retrain its workforce. The Ministry of Manpower has the primary responsibility for setting, adjusting, and enforcing immigration rules for foreign workers. Non-resident foreigners, including 255,800 foreign domestic servants who work in Singapore, are present there. Thank you.